Hey guys, welcome back to Star Fox Assault.
Did you know that Star Fox Assault is a crime in 3 provinces?
That took like a split second for me to register.
What do you think about it? Is like Star Fox Assault sounds like a crime.
Yeah.
Oh god, who's this guy?
This is Slippy's dad.
His dad.
I believe this is the first time we see him. He does play a part in Commando again.
LT.
Does he?
Yes, he does, yeah. And I think Slippy becomes more of like, I think he starts to take after his dad in terms of like research and science and all
Well,
that.
he also starts taking after him in one of the endings where he has like a shitload of kids.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Every ending in Command is just so, you know, to its credit, they're very different from one another. You don't get cheated at all from any of those endings, but you will be depressed after
You get cheated from any sense of a happy ending.
Yeah.
Well, are there branching paths in this game?
There are no breaking paths in this game.
Really?
Star Fox Assault
That's
is
interesting,
very
because
streamlined.
starting from, at least, I mean, I guess the first Star Fox is pretty linear, right? But the second, like the N64 one, the whole shtick with that game is that it's like a short game that's easy to repeat and find the different things and get to the true ending.
Star Fox Adventure and Star Fox Assault are both extremely linear games. Actually, Star Fox Adventure is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. It's actually like, you know, a dungeon like sort of game.
Yes, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It technically is a Zelda game. I never actually finished Adventure Zone because I had the strategy guide for that game, and I was on the planet with like the T-Rexes and that pyramid, and the problem was I was looking I was trying to figure out exactly what I was supposed to be doing, and I looked at my strategy guide just to sort of get a hint, and like it told me to do something, and nothing happened. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I am so confused, and I just sort of stopped playing it.
Oh, that's surprising. Like, that game does have some interesting, like, sequence, like, parts where you do have to do something very specific before you can go on, and it doesn't hold your hand by any means. Like, you are forced to explore. Yeah. So if you don't do, like, one act of something at some point, yeah, you're not going to be able to get on to the next point. It's not unfair, it's just a little, yeah. Actually, that's a great segue, because Star Fox Adventures, I find handled perfectly in terms of, like, you know, just... It handled like a Zelda game, but like at the same time, you had like, you know, a weapon and a gun and all that.
Yeah.
In this game, it just they completely throw that out the window and give you some of the worst controls that you can possibly imagine.
This is weird to me. I just don't know.
This is the foot thing we were telling you about.
Yeah, I don't know why you would put this in a Star. Like, I don't know who was asking for this. This actually reminds me. In the last episode, we were talking.
Now you have a machine gun.
Yeah, in the last episode, we were talking about Rogue Squadron, and those games made a similar problem where, like, the third one, which is near the end of the GameCube's lifespan, did a similar. I think the game was called Rebel Assault or something like that.
Yeah.
Sticking with the assault theme, I guess. That one has the same problem of, like, you know, you're going there for a space combat game. That's what you want those games for. Like, I don't want to get out of my ship. And those games do that too, where like there are all these segments where you're on foot and it just doesn't work, and it's like, why would you even think? I guess it's because for that game, they had to push out a third one because, hey, that second one sold pretty well. But what can we do that's new? Because we've already done Hoth a bunch of times. Yeah. So I guess we'll just do Hoth again, but allow you to go on foot.
I think this is why the GameCube is like, I still find the GameCube one of Nintendo's most like experimental eras, because they did things like this, like, you know, with. And this was a huge risk, I would say, for Star Fox, to do this sort of, like, gameplay mode.
Making the Star Fox game is sort of a big risk in the first place, because the Star Fox games traditionally don't sell very well, and that's why you don't see a lot of them.
And that's why Zero got pushed to freaking April, because they want to spend more time on it to make sure everyone's gonna be happy.
Hey, that's good. I'd rather a game take longer and be better.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Shigeru Miyamoto said, like, a bad game is bad forever. Yeah. So, but though...
That is somewhat less true now.
You hear that, Sega?
Good to see the transmission.
Yeah, look at this. It's like, send me a Landmaster. Oh yeah, set it in the middle of all the enemies.
That's funny though.
Do you think he would just, like, you know, as soon as he gets like ambushed, he's like, yes, send me a Landmaster, or at least like send that R-Wing that I left right over there to come get me.
I have to say, I think I'm generally against the idea of a not on rails Star Fox, period. I guess other than like those couple fights in 64 where you're fighting against what's his name, Wolf or whatever.
Oh, the free range mode.
Yeah, well, those are still like, they're a small area, they're kind of cool. This kind of thing, where it's just like this slow moving thing where you can strafe is like it's a little
Well, this
weird.
is the part. Sorry. This is the part where it doesn't work because like you have to save your teammates while you're like stuck fighting things on the ground. Like,
Yeah, I don't know
can't
why
tell.
you would want a tank to even like try to save you if you're in the air.
It's
but
like,
there's like 3 of them. You think like one of them could go and help?
why isn't Peppy saying, "Hey, can someone help Crystal out? Fox is in a pickle right now. He's in a tank." God. Yeah.
This tank stuff seems not so great. It's pretty slow.
It's a pace breaker, you know, and I don't have a problem with this conceptually, but in execution, this level sucks because like the tank just controls horribly. Actually, that's all I've got to say.
Yeah, what's the deal? Is it just are you doing? It's like a dual joystick sort of thing. C stick moves the cursor, kind of deal.
Dan, I couldn't explain it to you if I had a controller in front of me right now.
I want to know. I want to know.
Hold on, I'm trying to visualize holding a GameCube controller. Okay, let's see. You move, sort of, with the main joystick. You can't... I don't believe you can strafe while moving, though. Like, you have to be, like, in one spot. Otherwise, the Landmaster starts doing that right there. Like, where it's, like, stuttering. Like, how do I strafe? And then...
Weird.
Yeah, it's just so awkward for all the wrong reasons.
I remember I played this level and I like originally when I played this game years ago, and I never played it again. Much like any level that had ground combat.
Yeah, you know what? Going back to this game, I was expecting a much smoother experience, but my God, the ground levels were killing me. I think one level I had to redo like 3 times before I finally got the hang of like a competent playthrough of it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame.
To be honest, like now that I think about it, it seems like the whole Aperoid thing just seems like Star Fox universe just got invaded by StarCraft.
They're Borg, also from like Star Trek. Like there's yeah. Actually, I think their line is resistance is useless in this game.
What's the deal with the Aperoids? I was not paying attention.
The Aperoids are basically this.
They're basically the Borg.
Yeah.
Actually, how did that thing? They were dropping from the sky. How the heck did that thing get in there?
They're like, are they like the Borg but crabbier?
Yeah, basically. Think of it like, you know, the Borg, but with a lot more nope.
Yeah, that's basically it. They put up with no shit. And they even have a queen. Huh.
Yeah, but I just say it's a lot more nope because, I mean, if you hate insects, you're going to hate this game.
That's very true. They do take after a lot of insects, yeah.
As long as I'm just happy that there are no spider ones, because it's just like, nope, I'm out of the galaxy. I'm just gonna like fly to another one.
Actually, you know, now you mention it, because of the whole insect like theme that they've got going on for the Aperoids, I think that's a missed opportunity. Huh. Oh wait, no, but spiders aren't insects. No. Spiders aren't. Their spiders are
arachnids.
Arachnids, yeah.
Yeah, so, but I mean, like usually in a game when like they start making like insect enemies, they just put the spider in there anyway.
Because why not? Yeah. But then we see this.
The spider is that old thing on the right, which you kind of passed. Which I mean, it doesn't even look like one, and it's also annoying to deal with, if I remember correctly.
It's weird because like. Jordan, you and I both have very fond memories of this game. But like, yeah, actually playing it again, it made me a little sad. Cause it just, yeah, again, like it just hasn't aged well. But the other thing is too, I'm playing this game on normal mode right now. And word to the wise to anyone who, you know, who wants to play this game, just do it on easy mode, because I don't think anything changes other than the number of targets that you need to like neutralize per level. And especially for the ground levels, it becomes a grind. It becomes a grind you do not want to go through. Especially in the latter levels. Like here, like for these levels, it's fine, the beginning levels, but in the latter levels, it gets obnoxious, and I edit the hell out of those ones.
Yeah, like, cause I remember playing this game, and I have, the only bad memories I have of it is just something like this, where you're in like some corridor, and then suddenly you have a whole bunch of stupid Aperoids you have to kill.
Yeah,
and it's like they just do not die, and oh, he just came out of nowhere.
Going up.
Space scenes seem so cool in this game. Like that first level looked awesome.
I know.
That looks like what I want out of a Star Fox game, which is just like keep me on rails, give me some cool stuff to shoot at. We're good.
Well, basically, this is what happened. It makes a good first impression by showing you everything you want and more in a Star Fox game, and then after that, just like, nah, nope, fooled ya.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What is the ratio of like tank and on... Okay, 2 questions. Number 1, what is the ratio of tank and on-foot stuff to space stuff?
I can't exactly remember. I can't remember exactly, but it's a pretty bad ratio.
It's about half.
Because the thing is, though, like, you get a lot of levels where you get the vehicles, right? But you basically can't do shit about anything because, like, most of the important objectives you can only get if you're in on foot.
Yeah.
So basically, like, the R-Wing and the Landmaster just become cars.
Yeah. There are levels where like are strictly like on foot. Then there's levels that are strictly on in air, and then there's levels where like it combines all 3. And I believe there's one level on Saria that is the planet where Star Fox Adventures takes place, where you do have to utilize all 3, and it's basically a free-for-all.
Yeah, though I think there's this one level, which we'll probably see later, that I hated the most, because it was that one where you're in the, what was it, like, the
homeworld?
No, the pirates, or the space base of some sort. I can't really remember. The place was a huge maze. Finding anything was a pain in the ass. And then meanwhile, your teammates are fighting whatever enemies are coming outside in space on their R-Wings, right? And so you're like trying to find the objectives on foot and kill whatever you can. Meanwhile, like, you have like Slippy, Crystal, and Falco going like, can somebody help me? I'm just like, can nobody else take care of that? You have to basically drop what you're doing, go to the ground floor, get in your R-Wing, go save them, then come back and climb the thing and try and find what you're doing.
Here's a thought. Be a team and help each other. But
I remember that level probably the most because I hated that level. I was having so much problems with that. I'm like, fuck this level.
Only because of the sheer amount of time that you have to spend in it. But, you know, and here's, I think, in theory, this was a great idea. But the problem is, like, it wasn't, these levels weren't polished as much as these flight levels were. Like, here, I think it would have been really cool if, like, you had to rely on Falco or the other teammates to, like, help take out this monster, like, disable it so that Fox could go in and, like, hit a point on it that only the Landmaster could reach.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I mean, like, even if you like, you could do like, say, what some games like say like say Mass Effect does, where you can coordinate your teammates, and like you can say or do some formation. That would be great. And of course,
this is
what's in like the worst place.
This is sort of a thing that Rogue Leader does, right? Like Rogue Leader has these sections in the space combat where it's like, oh, Luke, what should I do? And you can sort of say, like, oh, form up with me, or, like, go after the guy I'm going after, or do these sorts of things, which is a pretty cool thing. I was really enjoying it.
And to be honest, I've been waiting for Star Fox to do that forever. And, I think, I really hope that, like, Platinum, when as they're doing Star Fox Zero, and I trust Platinum like
doing Star Fox?
Yeah, Platinum's doing Star Fox.
Oh, man, I did not know that.
That's cool. I trust Platinum basically more than almost any other studio, so I'm hoping that they bring some really good stuff to it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Zero.
I hope it's good. I think what I would want in a Star Fox game is, like, have you guys ever played Sly 2?
Oh, I love the Sly series.
No.
Okay, so in Sly 2, it's pretty cool because what they do is they let you control the 3 main guys in your crew, and like every level is leading up to this one big heist where you're like switching between them and they're all sort of in different spots. I think that would be a cool thing in a Star Fox game where it's like you sort of switch between, it's like maybe you're in a combat situation and like you and all the other 3 guys are like all doing, I guess I should say the other 4 people, because Crystal is also, I guess, on the team now.
No, Pepe doesn't work anymore.
Sorry?
Pepe doesn't do anything anymore.
He helps fly the ship.
Okay, yeah. So you and the other 3 members of your team, like, they all sort of, they're all in like different parts of space and have their own conflicts to sort of deal with, or like their own pathways, and you sort of switch between them. I think that would be like a neat way to pull Star Fox forward.
Yeah,
while not really changing a whole lot about it.
And that's one of the, like, the biggest strong points of the Sly series, especially after the first game, where you could like really feel that team dynamic and everyone working together for a single goal.
Yeah, I thought Sly 3 was not so great, but Sly 2 is
Pigma?
pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Pigma.
Oh yeah, Pigma makes a reappearance. I think this is really cool because Pigma was originally a team on Star Wolf in 64, but now he's sort of like gone do his own thing.
Actually, since we're talking about like character development, like Pigma actually has quite a bit of development in this game.
He does in the sense that he becomes like just a pig. But yeah, no, but he really like just his character gets degraded so much. But like
Well, I mean, he actually has probably one of the longest arcs in the entire Star Fox series, because first he was on the original team Star Fox, and then he betrayed the entire team to Andross. Then he went to Team Star Wolf, and now he's like by himself, and then he eventually like grows to become this kind of big threat.
Yeah, Pigman's storyline, and you're right about the betrayal that he did. I always thought that was a pretty cool like part of the Star Fox like backstory. Like, you know, these Star Fox's dad and like the original Star Fox team had a lot like, you know, had a pretty strong storyline that we never actually got to experience. But you hear about it through like, you know, just random like, you know, lines of dialogue here and there. And, you know, once you start putting everything together, it creates a pretty neat story.